besties, welcome back to my channel, Esther's Bucket List. My name is Esther. If you are a new subscriber here, welcome to the family. So please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. So today I am in studio with a beautiful lady. I'll give a chance to her to introduce herself. Please do introduce yourself.
Hi family, hi everyone. My name is Angel Ndina. I'm a YouTuber, a Namibian content creator from the northern part of Namibia, and I'm a registered nurse by profession. And I'm in this YouTube thing, so I'm so happy to be chatting with Esther's Bucket List today. So you guys, yeah, we are just gonna talk about. She will tell you what we are going to talk about. So just keep watching.
Oh, thank you so much, Ndina. It's a pleasure talking to you today. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about how it is like to be a nurse in the UK and a little bit more about what you guys would like to know from my perspective. So Ndina is going to ask me a few questions. So she's a YouTuber. You guys must go and subscribe to her channel if you want to, enjoy videos from Namibia. Maybe you want to visit Namibia one day if you are not from there, of course. And yeah, and if you are a registered nurse currently in Namibia and would like to maybe relocate and work in the UK, you can watch this video. Like I said, I'm based in the UK. I've been here for almost 2 years now, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on how to go about the process. So, Ndina, without wasting any time, please let's start with the questions.
All right, so I have a few questions written here that I would love to ask Esther's Bucket List. So it's just a few questions that I have jotted down in case there's someone who is interested, like she have mentioned. And let me just tell you a small thing. When I bumped into her channel on YouTube, and then I followed her videos, everything was interesting. I was very, very happy to be watching her videos. Like, this is a Namibian nurse and she's living in the UK. Like, really? It is possible? I was like, oh my goodness. Let me subscribe quickly. And then I subscribed, and then I started watching all her videos. Every time she posts, I watched. Then I ring my bell, so every time she posts something, I would be the first one. And then we started the chat, and then we connected. So we decided to just come up with this. So I'm going to start with the first question. Our questions are going to be nursing related, and the first one is that I just want to know generally how is life in the UK.
Well, thank you so much for the question, Dina. So, in general, life in the UK, well, it's fine. It's fine. That much, even though there is a few things that that really tempts me off here and there, but I still cannot complain. So, life in general, it's cold. It's cold. It's always rainy. It is, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so and we are currently in winter. It's winter now, and we are even expecting snow sometime this next week. So otherwise, I think in general things are fine. Things are okay.
What does it take to be a nurse in the UK? What is the first thing that one needs to do if they want to relocate from their country to the UK?
First of all, you need to be a registered nurse from your own country, right? That is when you can register in the NMC, right? This is the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the UK.
All right, because I see some of these things take some time. How is the process? Why does it look like this process is kind of long, like it takes some time? What is really making this process take long, like for someone to just finish up everything and then move to the UK? It seems like it's not a 1 day, 1 month thing. What is it really making it so long process?
That process is just long because of the struggle with the English test, which most people really struggle, like to, they try many times to, write the
Mm-hmm.
English test. They keep going back, failing, and not
Yeah,
even
because
failing.
I
I won't
heard
even
that
say,
English test is kind of tough. Everybody complains about it. Like it's tough.
yeah.
People would go there and fail and try again.
Yeah, so I don't even want to say people fail because honestly, it's not a fail. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that we don't know how to communicate in English. Right now, me and you are
Oh,
communicating in English, and I mean,
exactly.
we are communicating just well. So, is this not
Mm-hmm.
English? Like, I
Mm.
think what is difficult is just that their requirements is way too high. Then, or their marking criteria is a bit too. Yeah, that is what really makes things difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I believe there are two different English tests,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
of
correct.
which it's the IELTS and the OET. So
Oh,
which one
yes.
would you recommend? Or maybe can you just tell me the difference between the two tests? Or yeah.
There
Mm-hmm.
is IELTS, which is IELTS, which is International English Language Testing System. And then there is OET. So
Mm-hmm.
OET is an occupational English test. Right. So the difference now here is that the IELTS, it's a general English test. Like it's nothing to do with your occupation or anything like that, as compared to the OET, which is occupational English
Oh.
test, right? So the occupational
Mm-hmm.
English test is like
Mm-hmm.
you are being tested on how to communicate with a patient. For example, even if you're
Mm-hmm.
in the speaking part, it's like you're communicating to a
Mm-hmm.
to a patient, right? It's like you are speaking
Mm-hmm.
to a patient and they are testing how you communicate well with patient, how you build rapport, and how you make a patient comfortable to
Mm-hmm.
speak and open up to you. So it's more like the OET is more
Okay.
like occupation based, because it's actually occupation based because doctors, social workers, pharmacists, nurses, they all have their own tailor made test, which is like you're just speaking to a patient. You're literally just being tested on
Oh.
how to speak to a patient. So it's more, I
Yeah,
can
if
say
you can
it's
really
more,
communicate.
yeah. So it's more, I can say I
Okay.
can recommend OET because it's doable, because you're just communicating to a patient. And also when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
reading, the reading part of it, it's like those passages, medical terms or medical kind of passages,
Mm-hmm.
scenarios or something like that. So it's more understandable, to be honest. Speaking from my own experience, it's like I found
Mm-hmm.
I found that OET is really more
OET.
doable, and that is what I passed for me to be here today.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, I've tried to do IELTS many times, but I still couldn't get that score.
Thank you for that. So I also heard that apparently with if you do OET, you'll not be able, in case you want to study and work at the same time in the UK, you will not be able to study with the OET certificate. Only when you have the IELTS certificate, that's when you can work and study at the same time in the UK. How true is that?
Once you get to the UK, you can actually be able to enroll in the study programs. Whether you came with OET or IELTS, you can still enroll and study.
My other question is that if one is looking for an agency, how do I know that this agency is legit? Like we see most of them are being advertised on social media platforms, and you wouldn't really know that this one is a real one or this one is fake or scam. How do I know that this one is legit?
Okay, I want to believe that if an agency is a scam, first of all, they might ask you to pay them, right?
Oh.
They might ask you for money, which is totally wrong. This process is a free process. Okay, you don't have to pay anything to an agency because that's not your responsibility. You are not supposed to pay an agency to get you a job in the UK. So that is red flag number one. They shouldn't ask you for money. And the other thing is that you need to find out the information that they are giving you. You need to double check. It's just a matter of you knowing what happens, you knowing the process. Because for an agency to be able to, source nurses, they need to be legit. They also need to be a registered company. They cannot just be a thing from Norway and then all of a sudden they're sourcing nurses from Africa, for example. No, they shouldn't ask you for money. That's it. And also is that agencies like MMA, for example, this is a well-known agency that recruits nurses and carers right now. It's a well-known agency that has so many followers. And if you follow them, you also see that their followers, people from your country, from people from Namibia, and people that I know are following that page, and they always post their success stories, and they always post when the people arrive in the UK, so you just know whether it's legit or not. Don't be, you need to keep your eyes open and not fall into this trap and scam. But one thing is that just don't give your money. That's it. Don't pay anyone
It's true.
online.
Like, why would someone ask for the money? Like, seriously.
Exactly. So you
It's a
don't have
red
to
flag.
give money. Yeah. And when you don't give money, you are safe.
That's true.
Yeah.
You are safe. Okay, let me take you to the workload, to the ward. Let me say inpatient. How is it there? Is it the same thing that we do in Namibia? Like everything, like what we do in the ward, such as food wash, giving medication, or is there any difference, or do you perhaps have some other staff members that help with certain things, certain duties in the ward, and there are things that a registered nurse does, or what is the difference with working with a registered nurse working back in Namibia inpatient and a registered nurse working in the UK inpatient?
Great question. So nursing is the same everywhere you go. Nursing is the same. Honestly, even if you go to America, Australia, nursing remains the same. Almost all same procedures. As a nurse, as a registered nurse on duty, you are in charge. You are assigned a number of patients, maybe 7 or 8 or something like that.
So meaning they are like this let me say the ratio of nurse to patient here in Namibia is different with the ratio of the nurse to patient in the UK. Like, how many patients are you likely to deal with in a day?
Good question. Well, to be honest, I think many people would assume that nurse patient ratio here in the UK is much better, but to be honest, it's not the case. Like, it's not the case. The workload the workload is not any better. Like, it's a lot. Like, when you are in the ward, you give it your all. Like, you are in work. You are in work. You are in charge. You are having responsibility against. I mean, like, it's a responsibility
Like
that
you
you are
have to
having,
work
right?
hard
Yes,
as a
that you have.
determined someone.
Yes. So now the thing is, I would not even say that the patient ratio here is much better as compared to home. Because I would be lying if I say back home it's like you are not alone on duty as well. Back in Namibia, you are not alone on duty. You find yourself in a ward with 2 other registered nurses. So here we have carers. We have carers that are also just assigned to assist you as a nurse in charge, just with maybe procedures. You are drawing bloods. any kind of procedures that you have.
And they will assist you in everything that you're doing.
Yes, they are there to assist you and also assist the patients, doing things like feeding in full washes and all that. So you see why I'm saying nursing is the same everywhere. Like, there's no miracle. It's like even patients here, they also do get
There's
full
no saying,
washes.
I mean, the
Yeah,
UK,
no, no. So
nursing is
nursing
nursing.
remains the same. Nursing is
Okay.
universal. Patients will get full body wash. Some are
Mm.
bathed in the bed. Some
Mm.
can go to the bathroom and get shower in the shower room. And
Mm.
patients are fed, feeding the patients who cannot feed themselves. It's just the same. Nursing is just the same, honestly. The work environment, maybe, so that is the only thing I can say. Maybe there's a difference.
There's a difference. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Hmm.
right. Thank you so much. Oh, I want to ask the difference with working in the hospital and also in the home care, because I see some adverts on social media. Some people are working
Hmm.
in home care and they say it's nicer than working in the hospital. Some are saying it's nicer working in the hospital. Oh, so
Yeah.
which one do you
Okay.
think?
The difference between
Mhm.
care homes and hospitals is that in care homes there is not much of medical part of nursing.
Mhm. Mhm.
There is no theaters and procedures, operations,
Oh
and those
yeah,
things,
true. Mhm.
right? Um, Obviously, there is no specialists and all.
Yeah.
Then, if you really want to work in an environment which is more of a laid back, for
Mhm.
example, where you don't really do those too much of nursing duties, like how it is in the wards.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
doctors' rounds.
Mhm.
Drawing blood.
Mhm.
Catheter emptying and all those
The
other things.
blood transfusions.
Yes,
All that.
exactly. Yes, blood transfusions, hourly
Mm.
observations, and
Mm.
theater cases,
Yeah.
and all those things. They are not in the care homes. So in the care
Yes,
homes,
true.
literally what you do is just give this resident. They are not even called patients. You just give the residents medication and make sure that they are fed, and that's basically it. But there is a bit more of keeping them safe, making sure the environment is safe, but it's not more of a nursing kind of job. The funny thing is that
Mhm.
the care homes pay
Mhm.
more than
Mhm.
the hospital,
Okay.
even though technically speaking, there's a
Mhm.
lot
You know,
more work.
yeah.
I would say there's more work in the hospitals compared to the care homes, but
Um,
care homes get
okay,
more
Mhm.
pay than hospitals. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. I think it's
So.
because, you know what? I
Mhm.
think it's
Mhm.
because care homes are
Mhm.
like private sector. They are
Okay.
private compared to
Mm.
hospitals, which are like government. It's government. So yeah, it's the same as in Namibia, where if you go and work for a private company or organization, you are paid more than a nurse who is working in a government hospital. So yeah, it's just the same.
But okay, but.
You can work up to 20 hours a week, extra
Mhm.
jobs anywhere else. Okay?
Oh.
So that means you can have more than three employers, and stuff like that. So you can do overtime anywhere else apart from your main employer.
Mhm.
And the thing
Okay.
is that if you are hardworking, if you are here to work, you don't want to
Mhm.
rest, you want to make money, you
Mhm.
can be at work all day, all night. So and then you will obviously make as much money as you want. But
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. And the last question, and I think this one, I'm sure everyone who is watching would want to hear about this. So the last one is about salary. Because
Ah.
obviously when one wants to move from their home country to the UK to go work in the UK, there should be money involved with their job. So how is the salary there compared to the salary back at home?
Actually, you know what? Let me start by saying this, that nurses in Namibia are actually paid much better than any other nurses I know, right? I'm saying this because I've made my research. Most of the nurses in other countries like Nigeria, India, Ghana, Kenya, right? Nurses are paid like less than 500 pounds. Okay? I've done research, I've asked my friends from other countries, and I'm shocked. I was shocked to learn that people get paid less than 500 pounds, or, you know. But Namibian nurses in Namibia are paid more than 1,000 pounds. Like, they are paid more than 1,000 pounds. So, but obviously there is a difference in salary. Obviously here there is more salary, maybe with a 10% more salary, and maybe with a bit of overtime if you are that hardworking and you want to be at work all day, all night. You can make money. You can make money. So yeah, I'm not having figures. I'm not telling you guys figures, but I think
it's
see the
okay.
picture.
We understand.
Yeah.
We understand. Yeah. So that was my last question.
So if you think about relocating and living in the UK for a few years of your life, you know, you will be able to travel.
There's actually more to life, it's true. Like, if you are a social kind of person,
yes,
and you want to explore,
yes,
experience what is on the other side of the world.
Exactly. So why not take 5 years and just live in the UK for 5 years and go back home? So yeah, I think we can close this video here. If anybody has questions at all, you can always comment in the comment section. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe on Dina's channel and
yes, please, Angel Dina. So please go to my channel and then you subscribe.
Yeah. So yeah, I will see you on the other side, Dina.
All right. Ciao.
All right.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. Bye.